All right, what's this episode about? Happy Monday, folks. What's
Day in
going
the
on?
life of music.
Stuck with it.
I like that
So
title.
have
I think.
Are we already at episode?
I was walking
This
my
is the
dog
Monday
one night,
series
and I listened to all four of our phone
of
recordings,
shows that I'm doing. It's not
like back to back.
really a podcast.
And I called you and like, dude, this is the raddest EP ever. We have to do it. And we did. So that was yay for us.
Happy Monday there, folks. Hope you're having a good one. Maybe this is the first thing you're doing today, and I appreciate you checking it out. Today's episode is about a song I wrote called This House We Built. And it is, I'm currently re-recording this intro because I did the whole thing in one take, from like the intro to the performance to the outro. I may keep a little bit of that in there, but I got to cut most of that intro out because I was kind of fumbling over myself, figuring out how to tell the story of this song. Something I've been doing on in these episodes a lot is playing songs that I'm writing for briefs in terms of the music that I'm putting onto this show. And so I wanted to illustrate a little bit more authenticity and play songs that mean more to me. You know, there are songs that you write for entertainment value. I'm an entertainer. That's what music is, right? That's what you're here for. There are also songs that are unabashedly not what people were asking for. So this is one of those songs that nobody asked for, but it's a song that means a lot to me. It might mean a lot to you. And I'm hoping not in a conflicting way. You know, it is a song about, I wrote it back in, I guess it was November, the day after the election results. Well, it was the day after the election and the results were coming in. I'm leaning toward who is going to become president. And again, I'm going to try not to I don't know if I've said it before, but I'm not going to get political in this. The messaging isn't political. The messaging is about coming together and having a conversation. But the other side of that is it's so much deeper than just talking about things. Obviously, something that happened just yesterday that kind of inspired me to try to find better words to describe what this song is. I don't get on social media that often, but I'm on Instagram, and there's this MSNBC video reel somebody did where they took out this piece that this guy was talking about the possibility of these micro revolutions could be happening in the very near future for our country. And I don't disagree with that. I didn't get to see anything before or anything after, any of the responses that happened. None of that really matters. What does matter is between that and then, some of the podcasts that I listen to, it's been this recurring theme where people are sort of going back to situations from their childhood that come up in today's just madness. There's so many mental diseases, disorders, and problems that have surfaced as a result of advances in psychology and how we understand, raising children now. There's a reason why there's all this talk about different styles of parenting. People are still trying to figure it out. Nobody knows how to actually be a parent. Even the parents that I know didn't know and can't really give advice for you because your kids are yours, not theirs, right? So the point is, in terms of trying to figure out how to have a conversation about things like politics, you have to really understand what you are processing. And it's a struggle to talk about that. I think that's why it's been so hard to put together a real intro to this, because it's a conversation for me. It's a song for me. It's a song for my kids to help them understand where they, need to be in order to have real, authentic values and opinions and ways of accessing other people's opinions that can help you to gauge your own and figure out what your actions are going to be from there. That's what conversation is, but you do have to understand where you're coming from. And so anyway, this is a song about having a conversation, taking action, avoiding procrastination, really trying to become a part of the world around you in a productive way. And it's crazy that I feel like these things are needed, but we've been through revolutions before, and I think that these messages have been timeless that have come out of those eras, right? The 70s, the 60s, the 50s. So ultimately, this is a song about the roles that we play, the responsibilities that we have as civilians, as citizens of a nation that feels very divided, and everything that's in our politics and that people are talking about on the news is so divisive, coming from these very opposing sides. And I just don't think it's fair to break it all out into one side versus the other. I mean, I'm not trying to have a fight with my neighbor. I'm not trying to have a fight with anybody that has an opposing view to mine. But with a country so divisive telling you to fight the other side and telling you that they're out to get you, that's what you create. And I hope that resonates with some people. So anyway, even though this is a song nobody asked for, I figured I'd play it and share it here and bring it into this world so that, well, a little further to the point, we can have a conversation about it. Draw some community in about it. See if there's people from opposite sides that can come together in some way, not because of the song, but maybe we'll find each other through an outlet like this, like YouTube, like social media, and have alternative voices to listen to, being each other. Wow, this got really heavy. I hope you like the song. It's called This House We Built.
How is it raining today? There were no signs from the weather. Did we not see this coming? Or did we just not want to say? Well, rain comes falling on the steps of this house we built, washing away our expectations. We can hope all we want from better times, but when it's raining, it's time for conversation. Like, what do we do about the border? Who do we want to blame for political order? How many assassinations should we try when we can just blame it on the other side? While rain keeps falling on the steps of this house we built, washing away our expectations. We can hope all we want for enlightened minds, but when it's raining, there's no time for speculation. Saying, can we just throw them out the window? Let them get a little soaked in their own precipitation. Aren't you tired of waking to the news that your home is under constant threat of being stolen? Comes falling on the steps of this house we built, washing away our expectations. We can hope all we want from better times, but when it's raining, there's no time for procrastination. Yes, rain comes falling on the steps of this house we built, washing away our expectations. We can hope all we want from better times, but when it's raining, it's time for conversation. So when it's raining, there's no time for procrastination.
All right, so let me know what you think. If you're not on Substack, go check it out. I'm giving out bonus content, and this week's content that dropped in everybody's email was the streamable version of that song. So you can just hop on and listen to it if you want. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk soon.